can you hear me? Hello? I can't hear you.
Hello.
Yes.
அனைவருக்கும்
Yes.
வணக்கம். Can you hear me?
Yes. Now it's clear. Yeah.
Namaste, ma'am.
Yes.
Namaste.
There is sound. Let me see. There's some sound on the background. Wait, let me see whose is it. I think.
We'll reduce it. But Tangam, one sound. Is that okay?
Yes, Mitra, I'll do an introduction here. Just give me a minute. அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us today evening. It's a Sunday evening. Hope you had a good time during the weekend. And we're going to have Deepti with us today in conversation with her again. She's going to speak to us a lot more other things, and of course the latest development and what's been happening and what she have been going through lately. And yes, Deepti is on the screen now. I'm going to unmute your mic, and we also have okay, I think I can hear sound on Deepti's side, so I'm going to mute you again. And we also have Mitra. Mitra, thanks for coming on screen. Thanks for joining us. You can say hi.
Thanks for inviting.
Okay. I realized both Deepti and Mitra, there is background sound, you know, those yeah, I think Deepti yours also.
Okay. Just a second.
Maybe the window is open or yeah. Mitra, yours
Yes.
also background a lot of sound. Can you
Just 2 minutes. There is some.
Okay, can. ஸோ அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். இன்று நாம வந்து மறுபடியும் டிப்டி மேம்கிட்ட பேச போகிறோம். ஆஃப்கோர்ஸ் லேட்டஸ்ட் ஸ்ரீதேவி பத்தி தான் பேச போறோம். அவங்க அண்மையில வந்து அவங்களுக்கு சில இன்சல்கள், சில பேர் வந்து வேற விதமா பேசுறாங்க, அதை பத்தியும் பேச போறோம். டுடேஸ் கான்வர்சேஷன் will be in English, and we also going to have Yashi from Dubai Tamil will be joining us. Is not in yet. So yes, let's start with Deepti. Hi Deepti, how are you?
Hi. Under too much pressure.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah, I can understand. You know, I have been seeing what's happening in Twitter also, and I felt, oh gosh, why all this is happening to you? In fact, let me just add on saying something. Deepti have been fighting for Sridevi's justice, and she's not going to get anything out of it. It's not something that I fight for justice, I'm going to make a lot of money. It's not like that. Her love for Sridevi have pushed her this far. She's been fighting for Sridevi. So instead of appreciating her effort, I do not understand why some people out there are trying to prove her wrong. What do they get out of it? Are they, do not want justice for Sridevi? That's what I'm quite amazed about. Why are they doing all this? So Deepti, the title for today's program, I put that as, you know, victim or fraud. So I'm going to let you start, and then yes, then we can carry on from there.
See, because it's an apt title, because public has been fed so much misinformation, and also the mainstream media has not covered anything about the news so far, in spite of me tagging them repeatedly since August as well. And as I've told you, I had contacted Arnab Goswami ji in 2020 Jan Feb and Deepak Chaurasia ji, and from Rajasthan Patrika, and other some local channels are also we had contacted, but then nothing happened. So, but for common people, this is a shock actually. Thankfully, unfortunately, Sushant's case is the means through which people could see through the things. Okay, so
Yes,
now they can understand. So they are in. Now the RTI has come negative. Okay, negative in the sense, let me clarify about the RTI here. It says no record of such conversation exists. Okay. Is there in the ministry. No record of such conversation is there in the ministry. It doesn't say that it didn't happen, or it doesn't say that, the letter is fake or something. It says there is no such record of. And in the letter itself, it is written that it was undocumented. Okay. It's an undocumented letter.
I think someone, Yogesh, commented on, please don't raise question on Deepti ma'am, as she's not going to achieve anything other than justice. No doubt there is something too mysterious behind Sridevi's death after the RTI response. Yeah. Okay, continue, Deepti.
Yeah. So now this title, as I was saying, fraud or victim, because lots of people might also be having this kind of doubts. Okay. So for them also, I have also shared some news links on my Twitter handle, wherein there have been questions raised on RTI as also. There have been instances where RTI has been selectively used. In fact, one of my RTIs which I filed recently, it also got a response in record time. That was about INX media case. Okay, because I wanted to show to people how partial RTI can be. Okay, because an RTI was filed on my document. I too filed an RTI because in 2018, the accused in INX media case, Peter Mukherjee, okay, who was in the custody since 4 years, CBI was refusing to grant him bail. Okay, he had named Mukesh Ambani and associates as owning INX media in 2018. On the basis of his statement only, the then Union Minister Chidambaranji was sent to jail. But no action happened on Ambani in spite of his name being taken. So I filed an RTA seeking to know the response that happened after Peter Mukherjee's statement, blaming Ambani and this. So the response to that RTA has also come and it has been rejected, saying that no information can be given on this. So this is just to tell people that unfortunately, that kind of trust is not coming on the RTI as well, because again another RTI was filed by someone in Uttarakhand because of on the CMO, Chief Minister's Office of Uttarakhand, for forgery. It's been more than 25 days now. It hasn't, I think they promised to respond within 15 days. Even the screenshot of that has been shared, but no response has been given. And the last I know, the response to it is that, they have denied to give the response. So I leave it up to the people to judge. Okay. If just an RTI coming negative, not only, not blatantly declaring the letter fake, but saying that no such record is there in the ministry. So if I just want people to judge by themselves, because common public has a lot of common sense. So I leave it to them. Okay.
Yeah, but Deepti, can I ask, why do you think the RTI came back negative? In your opinion?
In my opinion, because then they will have a lot of questions to answer.
Okay, very simple answer actually, or simple and obvious answer.
Lot of uncomfortable questions to answer if they accept that such communication happened.
Okay, that being the case, what is going to be? I mean, what's the next step you're going to take, or if you do not want to reveal what's the next step you're going to take, it's fine. But if you
See,
want to share,
ICJ presentation is very much on the cards. Okay. Very much around the corner. I don't want to take the date. I know it. Provided, again, something fall is not played from any angle. Okay, it's very much near. And another this thing which I have told in my previous sessions as well, that there's something that I have come across. I mean, which links Sridevi ji's case and Sushant Singh's case. So, I mean, a common thread is there. So I have come across something in Sushant Singh Rajput's case, because I don't have the resources or the time to, deviate towards Sushant's case or fight a case for him or something, because I'm already drained, harassed, cornered, squeezed, everything for just taking up Sridevi case. So I don't have it in me to pursue Sushant's case. So, but whatever I have come across, I just want to hand it over to the officer in charge, SP Nupur Prasad ji of CBI. So yes, I am. As of now, I am planning to go tomorrow meet her, and I will be updating on Twitter with pics and all, because still since 2 years I was doing it silently, and the result is now. I mean, it's very easy. RTI coming negative, and I mean, with the systems not exactly, you know, being transparent and fair, I will, what do you say? I will document and I will click each and everywhere I'm going and whatever I will update live on the Twitter this time, my trip that I will go to Mumbai. And yeah, so next week a lot's happening, lots in store. So let's keep fingers crossed and hope for the best.
Yeah. Before I go on, Mitra, you want to say something?
Yeah, actually, Deepti, it's nice to meet you again here. I actually request all the people who are talking with Deepti, please do provide her a better respect and treat her in a good manner because she's doing a great thing. So, in at least try to speak in a good manner to her and don't uh, hurt her. This is what like I'm giving her. I mean, expecting from the people. And my question is like you said, like there are a lot of common things with between Shishant case and Sridevi Ji's case. So recently they have filed a charge sheet for Sushant Singh, and which connected with also a lot of issues with income tax also. So hopefully we feel that something will crack in the case.
That's yeah,
In
those are
yeah.
very positive developments actually.
Yeah,
Those are
in that
very, yeah.
case, if we get a positive or like the case get open or it goes in a positive way, will we get any clues for Sridevi ji from this case to that case? Is that possible? Will we get this justice for
Um,
her also?
no, not necessarily. It's not that direct a connection. It's just that in the course of investigation, the same investigation team which was helping me with Srideviji's case. Okay.
Hmm?
Uh, See, because here in Sushant Singh's Rajput case, he was technologically very advanced guy. Okay.
Yeah,
So yes, there has been talk about his hard drive and his drives missing and all. So there is something regarding that we have come across, which is what we want to hand over to the case, because the link between both the cases is not that huge. It's just that from some common contact we can just got our hands on these things.
yeah, exactly. Like some Bollywood people are like connected
Yeah.
Yeah,
in both of
something like
the
that.
cases.
Yeah.
Maybe in
Yeah.
that case, I think if we crack this case, it will help Srideviji's case also. That's what like I feel. So that I thought of like asking you.
See,
Yes.
if you dig deeper, there is a connection between everything, because if you dig deeper, there is connection between Rumi Jafri and Ria. Recently, he gave a statement supporting Ria Chakraborty, right? So,
Mm.
Rumi Jafri, who is Rumi Jafri? Rumi Jafri, at one time, he used to be Boni Kapoor's co-producer in his uh, now closed production house. I don't
Yeah.
remember the name.
Mhm.
So, I mean, you see, there is or linked somewhere or the other.
Yeah.
So I mean, everyone will save each other. That's the
Yeah.
reason when something like, for every issue they raise a voice, they quarrel with each other and everything. But when something like suicide or mysterious death happens, everyone goes mum.
Yeah. I understand.
Okay.
I think especially when it's a high level actually involved, then it goes totally
Yeah.
quiet and nothing can be done. But
So
like Mitra said, sorry, I'll come in then Mitra, you can continue. Like what Mitra said, something about Sri Devi, if it opens up, you will open up something about Sushan and it will be vice versa. So what you
yes,
just,
yes,
yeah,
yes, yes. That's
what you
that's
So I'm very curious what you actually found out recently. You just told me, that something came out, and of course, you can't be revealing that. But
Yeah.
I take it positively, and I hope something good comes out of it and open up quite a bit, open up the whole story. In fact, even for Sushan as well as Sri Devi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
till what I have gone through, I will just tell one thing, that Sushant Singh Rajput was killed for being a very good and honest human being, and a
Mhm.
very good, honest, and selfless human being.
So there's probably something that he wanted to reveal, so he need to be shut,
Yes, yes.
similar to Sri Devi.
Same thing happened with her also. Yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing with
And
Divya Bharti as well.
yeah.
Yes,
Which
I
we
read on
took
a story. Yes, correct.
And
difficult death.
I just came to know in a previous thing, like Sridevi ji was also investigating with this case. Is that?
Yeah, I don't know how much. I don't know in detail because we came across certain, photographs of Divabati's balcony and
Mm,
certain, with certain marks showing where the body would have fallen if it had just
yeah.
some marks and all. Okay, so there are certain notes. I mean, it's not all well connected or in a flow or something. So I can't reveal in detail right now.
Yeah.
So
We understand.
already I'm being harassed a lot
Yeah,
for taking
yeah,
names, and there's a lot of pressure, lots and lots of pressure actually. uh, so let's see what
yeah.
coming week brings. Yeah.
But actually, Diti, I know it's very frustrating because when you feel that, I'm doing it for a good cause, and I'm trying to bring out the justice, and people are actually cornering me. It is, you feel hurt, and because you put up a lot of time, all your time is gone. Of course, in terms of finance, you have given out quite a bit, and putting all this across and telling the people out there, and at the end of the day you continuously getting harassment. I really frankly do not know how you're handling it, because I can't handle that. Yes, I have to give it to you for that actually.
Someone has to this can't keep going on and on and on.
Okay.
Exactly.
As it is, we have
Actually,
lost many gems.
Sometimes I feel there be someone like you, for Sushan, or for anybody who have there's any cases, mysterious cases. I hope there's someone like you standing up for them. Yeah, but Dipti, you use the word victim or fraud. When you actually told message me, I really, I can feel that you're going through a lot of pain and harassment. Maybe you want to speak out a bit more on that. You know.
See, I mean, when I initially came into this, fight actually. So when first thing I wanted to know was the truth behind Devi's death, what actually happened. Okay, then when I found out that it was much deeper than it appeared, initially I had doubts if it was for insurance or if it was some, on the spot. I mean, did something. I even had doubts like, did Boni Kapoor come across something which he shouldn't have come across, and that's the reason he might have, I mean, in a fit of rage or something. I mean, so many thoughts went through me as well. So I had to find out. So that was the so when I found out, I came back, and the entire journey of the 2 3 years, where my trust on the judiciary and my trust on I thought that the Indian media would lap it up with the findings. But when I realized that the things are very different on the ground. The media is not independent. It is controlled and manipulated. I'm talking about the mainstream media. And now we have the online, YouTube and all social media, which are free from any kind of, regulation or something. Thankfully, giving the freedom to people, for people to put their opinions and all. But then there have been efforts from time to time to regulate this social media as well by the governments, by none of them the governments of different countries. Okay, but yes, that fight is also going on. Okay, so what will happen if the social media too is regulated? Then only those things will come in front of the people which will be allowed. The
If the
truth, yeah, the truth which they want to be hidden stays hidden.
Can I ask you something? If they're going to shut off all the social media from covering this story, like for example, Sri Devi story, what are you going to do?
What am I going to do if they
Mm,
see? Listen, for 2 years I was not using the social media, or was not, advertising this fight or anything. Okay, because I was of the opinion that when the verdict comes, okay, that time people have to know. When the hearing happens, the people have to know. There's no way in the Supreme Court, if the hearing had happened, then a press conference would have been arranged by the press trust in Delhi itself. Right. But the hearing never happened. That's a different thing. So, if no, social media, I don't think it's not that easy to, regulate and shut down social media. So जब होगा तब देखेंगे. Let's see. I mean, when the obstacle
yeah,
comes, we'll think of way
correct.
around it. So right
yeah,
now there are many obstacles to take care of. So which future obstacle we can think about it later.
Actually, I can understand your pain and the recent problems you're undergoing. But actually, what I want to tell you is like, it's not like before. Before you started 2 years ago, you struggled a lot. You struggled to just open up the case itself. Like, you said like 30 days you waited and 30 times, I believe, right? For the
No, we got
hearings,
30 dates. Yeah, more than 30
30
days we got.
days. But
Yeah,
you couldn't able
since
to,
it no hearing happened because of some
yeah,
reason or the other, actually. Yeah.
yes. So much of after this, now the social media, through the social media, a lot of people are coming to know that even Sridevi ji has also had the same
Yeah.
problem like Sushant. Before we didn't know that.
Yes.
We
Yes.
had
Yes.
some doubts, but we are not able to fight for that. But now you have so many people behind you. I don't want you to get upset on this. Maybe you get a lot of pain, and it's easy for us to say from here, but actually the problem which you undergo, only you know about that. But from her, we can able to give you a lot of positive support, and we will keep fighting, and we will be behind you. So you
That's
don't worry
that's
about it.
that's
This pain is
that means a
temporary for
lot.
you. Yes, this pain is
That
temporary for
really
you.
means a lot. Yeah.
You will definitely will win, because you are one among, I mean, very few people will fight like you like Shushant. So definitely you will get a positive result for this. Don't worry about that. So we are here, and even I have a lot of questions, but I'm worried that sometimes you're not able to answer for that question also. In this situation,
Um,
at least, maybe I can shoot the
it's
question. If you don't want to answer, just leave it,
yeah,
TPG.
Yeah.
please. Yeah, please
Yeah,
ask.
that's what,
Yeah,
like, you
please
don't need
ask.
to put pressure on you more. So the problem is like some fund has been transferred from both the joint accounts to some people. Yeah, why?
Yes, joint.
Yeah, the government is not taking that so serious about that. That's very
That is the
important.
question.
Yeah.
See, that's the question because I mean, the records are there. Okay. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
fine. It went unchecked. Let's say it went unchecked. Okay, because
Mm-hmm.
so many transactions happen, lakhs and lakh crores of transactions happen or throughout the India. Okay. Some transaction happened, and that was not that big an amount like 200 crores something. It was 60 lakhs or 40 lakhs in two installments. Okay, so I mean, it might have gone unchecked, but later, when in November 2018, when the two terrorists were caught and their confessions were recorded in the military record room, okay, that should have at least uh, caught their attention. Strangely, it didn't. Okay, strangely, it didn't. Later, there were reports. I mean, questioning the after some time, if you check the news, there were reports about some assassination attempt on Modi ji. Later, doubts were raised on that report as well, saying that the way the clues were recovered, the Maoist letter were recovered. I have shared the links on my Twitter handle as well. So now here the thing is that if it was because she wanted to expose the threat on Modi ji's life, she was killed. Okay, the confusion statement makes this clear. Why is it not being taken seriously
Yeah.
by the same government? That is
That
one
was
thing.
my second
Another thing
question,
is that,
actually.
yeah, so that was another thing is that if the reports, other media reports are to be believed that the assassination attempt was just for a PR attempt, PR strategy or something, and Sridevji might have thought of it as a real one because when you plan such things, naturally the ground players never know that it is going to be a fake attempt or a real attempt. So that's how they operate on different levels. Okay, only the top level. So I'm not saying anything, but the reason behind no action in spite of the terrorist confession statements is what is very, 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 very puzzling.
Yeah, that's very important, actually. It's like, it's not
Okay.
important, but it is very serious note. And
So
yeah,
I do
please.
understand Modi ji has a lot of pressures because I mean there are a lot of issues going on in the country, and here he has been trying to I mean increase the friendship between Dubai and India and summits and all. I do understand that the relations between two countries might be at stake, whatever it is. I mean justice should happen. I mean we cannot decide whose justice or whose truth remains buried for the sake of larger interest of the nation. I mean, that's what we do with the spies actually. That's what the government also does with. If they are caught, the government will never accept that they have worked for them. the diplomatic informers, the spies, they all have double identities, dual identities. Okay. So I mean, see, what I'm trying to say here is that a lot of things are there, a lot of things are happening, and it is because of very honest officers in the some very honest officers in the defense intelligence in the army that I could proceed so far in my investigation. As I keep saying that it wouldn't have been possible. People are saying that I'm a lone crusader, I'm lone fighter, and everything, but if it hadn't been for the sacrifices, we lost around 5 people during the course of investigation and trying to bring out the truth. If it hadn't been for the sacrifices of a few noble souls and the guidance of some very big legal brains, and also seeking justice, fighting in the Supreme Court, and then filing repeatedly, and then shifting it to ICC, this all takes a lot of, it costs a lot. Okay. But there have been noble souls. I mean, I can't take their name because they don't want to be named for this. But big names who have contributed. So it is like it's not Deepti alone. Deepti is the face. Okay. But there are people who want to help, but they cannot come out in the open. So the fight is going on, and I have been managing fine till now. So let's see what's in store. You people will always be kept in the loop because I don't want to do the same mistake of fighting silently like I did for sRIDEVI's case, and I end up with an RTI saying no record of such document and with names being called fraud and all. So this time, if anything I do, I will document it, take selfie in front of CBI office, Chhatrapati Shivaji Airport, hello, hi, post on Twitter. Okay. So let's see.
Yeah.
But actually, I want to understand them. Why do they actually have these kind of doubts, and what is the benefit you're going to get out of that?
I
You
don't know.
spending
I
your
really don't
own
know.
energy and money, and you're fighting for only for this. And I don't know why
See, they
they
are
keep
more interested. They're more
trolling.
interested in stopping this my voice from gaining momentum. That's what I could conclude. There is no other conclusion that I could derive it. And what is their reason behind trying to do so? It is something that they can answer. Okay, because
Yeah.
after I reach Mumbai, I will give a shout out to Chandni Shah. Advocate Sonia ji is suffering from COVID. I will not disturb her. And I will also publicly invite Suresh Nakwaji if he's there in Mumbai to meet me. I'll be going to the CBI office. So let's see. Let people see.
But
Because there's a lot of confusion. Clear. Yeah.
yeah. Frankly, I mean, when frankly, I'm not very clear about this RTI and all that. But as per the documents, but doesn't the video say 1,000 words?
The video is, as I was telling you, the best of IT brains, they have a team of best of IT personnel, best of IT brains. Okay, so this is a link-based video. If anyone is from the IT background, they can understand. It's a link-based video. The only other copy that we had was what was seen by my legal team and my legal advisor, Dr. Ajay S. Talwar, in the presence of ex-judge of Supreme Court of India, Shri Praful Chandra Pant. Okay, because he had also tried to expedite my case through judge's window. Okay, because being an ex-judge, he has the privilege. Okay, so but later then, I mean, he too was pressurized, I think. So yes, so the other copy which is there in the Supreme Court of India, it was there in the Supreme Court of India and which is now submitted to ICJ. It is a one-time play. It can be played once only during the live. I mean the hearing. Okay. So even in the worst of the worst scenario, we are also prepared for the worst of the worst scenario in case it doesn't play. The way I got this video, there is a proof about it. So, and also people are there to give witness, the people who have saw the video. So let's see, because the case is in the ICJ, I am not coming out in the open with a lot of things. Okay. So because I took some names in, I think Bachant ji aapke hi show mein, in your show only I took some names.
Yeah.
Okay, and objection was raised that how can she take names when the case is still in the court? She's going in and taking names. And what I fail to understand here is that if I'm taking names, come on, either file a defamation case on me.
Mm.
I have
So
been taking names since
frankly,
2019. No,
yes,
I have been
exactly.
taking names since May 2019. Okay, no action happened since then till now. It's been like 1.5 years. Okay.
Yes.
So, and now suddenly the RTA coming negative, people coming off taking action. They're talking of taking action, but all the action they want is for me to apologize on Twitter
Oh,
for an offense which is as serious as forging none other than defense minister's documents.
okay. Okay.
All the response that they want is an apology, not only from me, but from all the YouTubers who have given me platform to place my word. So, see, listen, initially I started this case because I wanted to know the truth behind sRIDEVI's death. But later, when I got to see the real face of the system in India, I thought someone has to take his time. And after seeing that, I couldn't go back to that normal life as if nothing has happened. Till I was ignorant, happy in my life, and but after knowing that, and that would have haunted me all my life. I mean, knowing that would still, because see, now it is coming into our homes. If we are ignoring, we ignored Divya Bharti, we ignored Gulshan Kumar's death, we ignored so many mysteries that. So that's the reason it came down to sRIDEVI ji, it came down to Sushant Singh Rajput. So I don't know. I mean, if we don't put a stop to it even now, there I don't see any future of humanity for humanity.
Like what you said, when we do not know anything, probably, like for example, we are, in fact, myself, or all the fans of Sushan, we are speaking for Sushan. We are suspecting something have gone wrong, which is looking more like it, but we do not have the actual evidence to show what really happened to him. So in that aspect, we can't. We probably will talk about it, and the frustration is not as bad as for you, because you have found something and you already know something. After knowing that this is what happened, and you're trying to tell to the
See, today
to
in
the
the show, I will tell you one thing. Listen.
okay.
See, the case in the ICJ is keeping me safe from physical harm, hopefully. Okay. Because these people, from what I know, they can go to any level. Go to any level. There is no depth that they can't fall to save their faces and images. Uh, but tomorrow, okay, I'm fighting today. And but tomorrow, let's say, I'm saying anything can happen. Okay. I may be there, I may be not there, I may be arrested, and or I may go missing, saying that I'm absconding. Okay, so anything can happen. So in that case, what I want to tell you is that there are certain questions that I have raised, and some truths will come out. Even if I'm gone or something, the truths will come out. Okay. And another thing that can happen is that can happen as well is because I have responsibility towards my family and towards my son and everything. Okay. So this can also happen as well that I suddenly, I start living a very luxurious life. Are you getting me? But the case goes nowhere. Okay. I might suddenly start singing different tunes. So anything can happen. But what I'm saying is that you people should not stop asking questions. If that happens, you should be wise enough to guess what happened.
Yeah.
And if this happens, you know what happened.
Thanks to social media, in that sense, we are able to voice out. Otherwise, imagine there's no social media here. Um, yeah, but I'm feeling a bit sad. The RTI
No, no,
came
no,
back
no, no, no,
negative.
no. I
Seriously, I was like looking. Okay, this is looking good. Is there's something going to be proven and all that. All the information, and now,
see. I will
yeah.
tell you one thing. Listen, um,
Hmm.
this RTI thing and all. I will just put it in the perspective. I am sharing this doc since August 2020, tagging everyone. all media news channels, the Ministry of Defense, Prime Minister's Office, President's Office, regularly I have been sharing. Okay, nothing. August, September, no one said anything. October, when the case we shifted it to ICJ, that's when, and when I was supposed to have my presentation, that's when the first wave of trolling started, calling the documents fake. Okay, suddenly after September, after 2-3 months, someone wakes up and finds. Okay, so I question them. Okay, and these people who have called the documents fake are advocates. They have the profiles of advocates, Supreme Court advocates as well. Okay, so behave like an advocate. I said behave like an advocate. If you are blaming me for something as big as for a fraud of such high magnitude that I am forging, not only forging defense minister's documents but sharing them openly on the social media, and all you're doing is coming on Twitter and trolling me wherever
Yeah.
I'm going. Call me. I mean, questioning the alignment, questioning the language used, questioning the format, date format, and everything. I mean, is the defense of India that a joke? Is the legal system of India a joke? You are an advocate. You are
Right.
coming. So when I dare her to come on, go ahead and file action. If this is not what you should be doing, you should not be doing it on Twitter. You should file action. So then another person, Suresh Nakwa, is local spokesperson of some party. Okay, he gives a statement saying that he has confirmed with some sources in the Ministry of Defense, and they have confirmed that this letter is fake. That means in October, the ministry, let's say till then they didn't notice, but in October, as per Suresh Nakwa, it came to the notice. If some sources in the Ministry of Defense confirmed him, that means it came to the notice, right? But still then, October, November, December, January, I kept sharing. No action. This lady who comes back saying that I have filed complaint with all the respected departments, action will happen on you soon. Someone comes trolling, their army of trolls come back saying that, why didn't you get sleep whole night? What action will be? But I think it happened for 4 months. And again, in February, when my presentation was nearing again, they have started this thing and they have come with the RTI. RTI also comes strangely in record time. And as I told you, RTI is being selectively used. Okay, we cannot vouch for it. I'm sorry to say. Uh, but the question here is that when the very documents which advocate Chandni Shah and her gang of people, some which advocate Ramakrishna, who claims to be Supreme Court, who have shared them. Okay. The same documents I had sent to President of India, Supreme Court of India, and Indian Army on May 10, 2019. That was when my sit hearing was supposed to happen. But everyone went out of contact that day. So out of frustration, I had written the mail, and I've shared the screenshot of the mail as well. I had shared the same documents there. And what happens is that you can't even say that they get thousands of mail, they probably didn't get this mail, because I got responses. I got responses from NALSA. NALSA is National Legal Services Authority of India. Okay, I get a response saying that since it doesn't follow under their purview, they are filing it off as disposed. They didn't say that these are fake. They didn't say that this is dummy. They are said that since it doesn't come under their purview, they are filing it as disposed. And another response I get from Supreme Court of India is that they diarize my grievance. Instead of, if those were fakes, the very documents which these people shared on the Twitter, that's why I told. I felt as if, matlab, Draupadi ka jaise Vastra Haran, I mean, in the Mahabharat, and everyone kept watching. People were aware. Big names, they were aware that these documents are true. Even the advocates who were doing this Vastra Haran, I'm sharing the documents on Twitter as if it is a court or something, they also knew. But ये तमाशा चल रहा था. तो इसका मतलब है she is contradicting NALSA and Supreme Court's response. So ideally, she should also file a case on them for misleading. If they had at that point of time only given me a response which says that this were fake, I wouldn't have gone ahead and shared them on Twitter in August 2020, right?
Correct.
So these are basic questions. See, ultimately, when I say it's a state-sponsored cover-up, means, I mean, naturally, people in the government and people in the government of other country, they were involved. Without their involvement, such a big crime cannot be just brushed off as accidental drowning. However uncomfortable this truth might be, this is the truth. We have to accept it. So there are other things like, see, we have people absconding after, making thousands and crores of loans. Here also I say, without the involvement of the everyone in the hierarchy, that is not possible. That is not possible at all. Okay, here, I mean, we have been running a small scale, medium scale industry since 1983. For us to get a cash credit of a meager 50 lakh, thousands of questions, thousands of documents, thousands of records have to be given. And here we are saying that people are easily, doing a fraud of such 1,000 crores, they are absconding. So these are questions that we need to ask because we are the citizens of the country. Okay, we believe that we are concerned citizens of the country. We believe we are a democratic country. We have a lot of faith in our Prime Minister, Modi ji. We all look up to him. So that's the reason I'm raising my voice. If I didn't have any kind of hope, if I hadn't, I didn't have some kind of trust in our Prime Minister or something. Because here, in spite of having approached the President of India, Union Law Minister, they all know about this case. I have spoken to them, but no action is happening strangely. They might have their own reasons, but we need to know the reasons. They cannot be brushed off or rejected, saying that the information cannot be given in the interest of. We need to know.
Correct.
We need to know. Right?
Yeah.
It cannot be brushed off, saying that these are things of national interest, can't be discussed openly. See, here injustice is happening. When we are saying that a murder has happened and it has been brushed off, people need an explanation. Otherwise, what faith will they have in the systems? With someone like Sushant Singh Raj, with someone like Padma Shri, their death, I mean, they are meeting with such grave injustice. What faith will we have for us? We are common people. What faith? I mean, any powerful person can come and trample us and we can't raise voice. I mean, if we don't want that kind of system, right?
Correct. Correct. Like what you said, even Devi or Sushan, if there's not going to be any justice, then the trust on the whole judicial system will be a question mark. What is really happening? Why are they not getting justice? Like what when you say that it's accidental drowning, I mean, let's be the day where I heard it, it's like it really sounds very dumb. The reason, if it's cardiac arrest, I actually believed it, but the next reason they gave was actually accidental drowning. Come on, please explain to me how can an accidental drowning happen to a woman who's very tall in that tub, in the bathtub. So the common people are actually they all have their suspicions. Just everybody are just keeping quiet and then moving on to the life. Probably they're talking about it, and you are one person actually came out and then you did your investigation. The thing is you found out something. So when you know
Yes.
something, you want to get justice out of it. It's going to be very disturbing until the day you get justice. That part I really understand.
This is going to be very tough actually because the people, the powers, and they don't want it to come out. So
Deepti,
there is a lot of pressure. Yeah.
no, go on,
Yeah.
Deepti.
No, so there is a lot of pressure, and of course, I mean, कभी कभी डर भी लगता है. I
Yeah.
do. I mean, like, but the thing is that if we don't fight now, we should not cry later for whatever happens to our children or anything.
Exactly, well said. I'm living out of the country. Sometimes I feel thank God I'm not even there, because it fears us. When our kids go out, will they come back home safely? What's going to happen to them?
Yeah, because see, it's not only in the film industry. Let's say the people in the film industry are dying. We are okay. We are common people. Why should we get into all those this thing? Okay, अपना ठीक से रहो, अपना ठीक से चलेगा. I mean, let us be safe. Let us look after our family. Why to get into all those nonsense? Okay, that is the common sentiment everyone will have naturally. Okay, but here it is not just one field. It's not just film industry. Film industry is being highlighted because these people are always in the limelight. As I have been telling you, in between 2014 to 2016, there have been many mysterious deaths of ISRO scientists, which haven't been which haven't come to closure till now. And apart from that, also there have been many mysterious deaths of mysterious disappearances of officers in the army and defense forces, in the police forces, common people. It is happening actually. In fact, if and this all don't come in the news. As I was telling you, one of the SIT officers for the SIT probe, which we had demanded to know why we are getting dates but hearings were never happening. And a SIT committee was organized under Advocate General Shankar Reddy and Advocate General Kirti Reddy, Mrs. Kirti Reddy. So one of the officers, on his date of hearing, Captain Sartaj Ahmed Hussain, he went missing. He is missing till date. There are many such instances of officers going missing, the family members going missing, or dying in road accidents. So there are many cases which don't even come into the limelight. So what I'm saying here is that if we leave it saying, see, there is one incidence of Ajitab, if we all know. I'm not sure how much you know about Ajitab. He is one guy, a naval cadet who was working in Wipro, and he suddenly vanished into thin air. Okay, if what some of my sources are saying are to be believed, he came across something, because at that time the other project was going on at Wipro, so he came across something. And so what I'm saying is, be it the IT field, be it the film industry, be it the sports, because there is money laundering to IPL and sports betting and all those as well. So be it science and technology like ISRO, and then we have cases of organ trafficking as well. So be it the field of medical sciences, everywhere this is just getting bigger and bigger. We are not far away. It's not some distant thing happening to someone in film industry. We won't send our kids to film industry. What? We don't have anything to do with this. Why to bother? We will watch films, enjoy. That's it. Go about our life. Why to get into all these things? कल को हमारे बेटे बड़े होकर कोई साइंटिस्ट बनना चाहेगा, कोई मतलब इस तो हर चीज हर जगह तो हैं ये लोग. Everywhere mysterious deaths are happening. So you mean to say I should rise up, I should upbringing of my son should be in a way that I should tell him, go and just do whatever, lick the boots of the people in power. Forget about morals. Is that if I want to teach this to my kids, then I will not bother.
It's sad. It's really no, not able to accept the situation. How you, I feel bad. Yeah,
Yashi?
which should not happen.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yes,
Deepti ji,
Hi,
welcome.
Yashiji.
namaste. Vanakkam.
Hi, Yashiji.
How are you?
It's always a pleasure to
Namaste.
see you.
Me always, I'm happy to see you. I'm blessed to see you. Miss Kaur and Mitrasis, Vanakkam. Namaste. Deepti ji,
Welcome.
I saw your tweet in saying that someone was saying that someone is misusing your name and they're getting some money.
No. They are not getting money. I just made my stand clear before someone can do that.
Yes. That's what I was. It's very good. You know why? Now, recently, a lot of SSRians are getting slowly, like this paid PR team and this paid PR team. They are trying to do something, misuse, like you, a strong warrior, a person who fights for justice. Same, it goes to for Sushant's sister or Sushant's warriors. Same, it goes for others. So when I got this tweet, I wanted to make a video about this because there were some Tamilans on that page where they were saying, "Can you translate this, but then I said that if you have information, then you have to check out Miss Ko's channel. But I will for sure this thing is. But it was a very, very, very beautiful tweet. I was, you made one thing I like with you is every step and every move of yours, you make your route clear. You don't have this hustle hurdle. You make yourself the thing is you make your point clear. My fight is for Sridevi. I'm not here for this, I'm not here for that, I'm not here for this. That is, I'm very, very happy to see. And I'm happy that I got this information also now, because I was really wondering when and how can I ask you this. But thanks a lot, you have broke this, so I'm happy. That's one thing. And the
See,
second thing,
yeah,
go ahead.
another thing, because it's something related to you all. Okay.
Okay.
There's this person from AWN News called Asif or something. He had contacted me in November and all. Okay, says he's from Dubai. He runs some news agency and all. But all I've known about him is runs some online thing. Okay, so he came asking me that he had already shared on Twitter. Okay, then he said no.
Dipti's
This
line,
thing,
Dipti
and
ji.
he gave me a list of this thing. Okay, so I told him no, how is that possible? Then he said that I have contacted ICJ. He said nothing is there like that. I said give me the name of the person whom you contacted, which number you contacted. He
Mm.
didn't give that. So I told him, okay, you do one thing on your letterhead, on your media's letterhead, give me a letter addressed to the ICJ saying that you want to know about this case, and your intent is behind knowing is whatever intent you want to publish it or whatever intent they have to state. I said, you hand over that letter to me. I will forward it to ICJ and I will make sure that you will get a direct response from ICJ. Okay. He said, no. We will investigate our own case. Okay. You give us the documents, and if we find the documents, he gave me a list of things: the video recording, the this thing, the insurance papers, and everything he gave. I said, simply, this is not happening, boss. This is simply not happening. Okay. So this person has been going around threatening other people who have been giving platform. He's going around threatening. I mean, if someone is in US like Varun, he has been threatening to unleash FBI on them. Okay, he is threatening people, asking them why they are giving coverage to me. So what I want to tell here is this, ये जो है मतलब एक targeting करके पीछे के रास्ते. And even Meena ji had told in her show that advocate Chandni Shah was sending her thousands of tweets asking her not to entertain me, not to entertain me. If I'm a fraud and a forgery, what are these things? I mean, long back in 2019 itself, if not in August, at least in October itself, I should add some action should have been taken on me for committing such forgery and all. Right? Can I take a break of 1 minute, please? Just.
Sure. Okay. Okay, Miss Kaur, I've got Vanakkam, Namaste. I've got the message. I will be leaving now, but was an important message I wanted to ask her because she made herself clear, and I think Miss Kaur, you have seen the tweet, right?
Yeah, I saw the tweet. Of course, I follow her tweets. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very good message. I think you should actually speak about this. She's giving a lot of good information because there were some rumors about this money and all this stuff, but yes, it's good.
Yeah, they're
So,
trolling her in Twitter. Trolling her
yeah,
in Twitter.
yeah.
Yeah, see,
So,
because if you go and check that, what I was saying about AWN guy. Okay, see, they are threatening people. Even some supporters who have been receiving threats. They have been harassed, and all. So, I mean, these people operate at different levels. There are IT cells, okay, to manipulate people's opinions, to scare people off if someone is coming to, or to declare them fraud or something. And they have big profiles to their names as well. Okay, so even in the field of law, I mean, कौन सा field उन्होंने छोड़ा? Which field is left untouched and which field is left transparent and honest? And if we are okay with it, and if we think that it's happening at some distant place, today it has happened to Sridevi, yesterday it happened to Sridevi ji, today it happened to Sushant Singh, someday it happened to Jia Khan, like those ISRO scientists, like So many people get killed and we don't know. What is the guarantee that tomorrow it will not happen to us? So, I mean, so that's the reason. And one thing I want to tell this guy who has been threatening, Ashif, okay. I have records of his mails to me and everything as well. If you want me to share, I can share that. So one question I will ask is that he had shared, not recently, he's supporting Arnab and all his letter of intent. So when I asked him for the letter in order to get the case documents from ICJ, or why didn't he give that? Rather than doing that, he's going backstage and threatening people. So I leave it to you people. You people, I mean, are wise enough to see through things.
Yeah.
Sure, Ji.
The sad part is you have a lot of stuff and evidence in your hand, and yet you're struggling to actually get the justice. Imagine how we people will feel. Now we're just voicing out for Sushant, voicing out for sRIDEVI, but we don't have anything in hand. The only thing we can do is actually come out on social media to voice out. But Deepti, one thing, like what Mitra said, let whoever want to troll you. Probably they about 10% or 20% of whoever are believing you. You have the remainder 80% of people out there who actually really believe in you. They actually, in fact, in those videos, you go down the comments, it's all full of praise for you. They all actually have full trust on you, and they know they're actually fighting for this cause and what you're going through.
And people wouldn't have understand what I'm going through if unfortunate incident of Sushant's death didn't happen. If it hadn't opened the eyes of so many people.
Yeah. In fact, I knew you. It's only after Sushant. After Sushant show, I mean, after what happened to Sushant, I saw in Varun Kapoor show. So in somehow or other, Sushant also have opened up the box for sRIDEVI. Her news have now reached out to more people before his death through social media, because I also know you did not appear in social media much before that. Correct?
Yes, I was not that active. It was only after Sushant's thing when I saw that actually out of the pressure that people, I was happy. I mean, for the first time I got that, yeah, I mean, I don't have to do it alone. I mean, I can actually, there are people who will now understand what I have been going through since the past 2 years alone. So that's when I started sharing things on Twitter. And also, let me tell you here that any tweet by a stand-up comedian or even by a very high advocate, senior advocate, okay, it is immediately taken notice if it is believed to be wrong or fake. We have seen instances, right? So here we are saying that I have been constantly tagging the Supreme Court of India and everything since past 8 months, okay, and forget about taking action on me. Since all these months, I haven't even been booked for contempt of court. Why? I will tell you, because I have a really good legal team. I mean, there are though I am fighting the case, there are sound legal brains who have been advising me. So I had, before coming on Twitter and sharing things, I had taken a legal remedy. I had filed act of desperation. In spite of repeated requests for hearings, when it's not happening, I will be forced. The next step that I will get, if even at this date I don't get a hearing, is something which I should not be held accountable for. I had written that in writing to Supreme Court of India before I actually started sharing things on the social media. Otherwise, I mean, we are not supposed to share court documents, sensitive court documents on social media. But here I have been sharing since 8 months. Nothing happened since till then. Nothing happened in 2019 when I took names of big people. And as I said, the mail, no one can even argue that the mail was ignored or it wasn't read. I got responses to that mail as well. If I was a fraud, if there is nothing, someone should have filed a defamation case then only, right? Why talks of action now?
Exactly. Someone will be charging defamation if they feel what you're saying or you do not have any proof
And that
on what you
too, I
say.
mean, I'm not talking about some ordinary people. I have taken some big names, right?
No, that's
So,
what I wanted to say. If in case they feel you're fake, then why do you want to tweet to the the Indian military people? It's not that easy to just
yeah,
contact contact them.
So why targeting and trying to mislead people on the platform that I have access to? ठीक है, आई एम ए फ्रॉड, न्यूज में निकालो एक फ्रॉड लड़की फ्रॉड बना रही है, वो तो निकालो. Nothing. It's total silence by the mainstream media. And the only thing where I was able to spread the truth and or when the moment started gaining, when this fight started gaining momentum, that's when people came to deviate, and that's when counter action started happening, RTI filing. I don't understand the logic behind this. When Suresh Nakwa says in his tweet that he has confirmed from the inner sources in Ministry of Defense in the month of October 2020, he says, and he has confirmed from the inner sources in defense that this is a fake letter. He has said that. You mean to say October, November, December, January, you're not doing anything? I mean, is Defense Ministry taking it as a joke? Or is the legal system of India a joke? Is Twitter a quote? I rest my case, my lord.
Actually, you have more supporters now, Deepti. Don't worry. No, because if this case would have closed, no, it would have closed before. I mean,
Longer.
1 year back,
Yes.
long. But still, it is
Actually,
alive. It is alive because of people with you. So, and your hard work and your your full love towards Sridevi. So this case is still alive. You will get justice, as you said, like as you were
thank
given
you,
example
thank
as a
you.
Draupadi, she also got justice. So, say similar way, you'll also get justice. Don't worry, and Sridevi will get justice. And
Yes,
I have
sure.
one question. It's like in India, so a lot of people are like against you. I mean, big people or like small people. But why the Queen is like interfering in this case?
See, as I was telling you, that it's an international syndicate. Okay,
Okay.
not just, it's not in existence since some 5 years, 10 years, or 20 years. It's there in existence since long. So gradually, see, let us keep an open mind. Let
Mm.
us not go by what the media wants us to believe. Now that we have seen the real face of the media, let us not go by it. And the actual ground reality is that it's not the governments which run nations. It's not, it's big corporations. Okay. Riots, wars, terrorist attacks. These are all, you know, it's a syndicate. It's a syndicate because it's making sense now because they don't want it to. Because I have taken, I mean, I'm saying, because I have already told it. There's a pact between Jawaharlal Nehru and Lord Mountbatten, which happened in 1946, which says that Indian independence is on lease for the next 100 years. That is till 2046. Okay. Though later there is some article, I think 395 of the Indian Constitution, which has abolished this and another act. Okay, but then again, we don't know what hidden clauses are there because this fact never came in front of us, right? And also, if you see the Constitution of India and everything, India is part of those group G20 or whatever of which Britain is a part. And any problem in India is always escalated to UK. Are you getting me? So it's considered a dominion, and the Constitution of India was also, I think, it was written in sitting in UK itself. So I mean, though for the people we got independence from it, but indirectly still there is some sort of control. And since it is an international case, okay, not the interference. I just took the name of the Queen. Okay, she just said go easy on the case. There might be political chaos. That was her only this thing, and that was counted. But not only from her, but the interference came from another top diplomat from US as well. Okay, so I am saying this so loudly and so boldly. I have been saying this because the people there, the powers who there who won't accept this also know that I have well documented evidences of what I am saying. So
Lot of top peoples and lot of big peoples are involved.
Yeah, Deepti, there's someone who wants to come on the stream. I think he wants to tell something. Shall I let him come in?
sure, please.
Okay. Wait. In fact, he asked me to check with you also before he comes online. There's someone else who also asked. Yeah, I think this person is going to come. Seems to know what the other person asked. They were asking about RTI. So this guy seems to know something about it, and he keep asking me a few times, "Can I come? Can I come?" So let's see whether he's
Yes,
coming in.
please. Yeah, please
Yeah,
let him.
yeah. Okay, it's coming in now. His name is Dhruva. Have you ever heard him in any other platforms?
Yes. I
Dhruva.
mean, he's one of my team members only.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I can't see his face yet. His name is Dhruva, but he's Adish Singh Sodhi.
See,
That's
I
the
am
name.
also logging in through another account, another device. Okay. So
Okay, okay.
because whenever I try to log in using my device, I mean, a lot of things I've tried, and I have even showed with proof who was doing it and what. Okay.
Okay.
It, still,
Okay.
I am saying, still, I am saying, I'm taking
Okay.
names. Okay, but all the counteraction that is happening is scrolling on Twitter.
Okay.
I want kitty ki chalo, chodo. I should not say, bel mujhe maar. Okay.
Okay. While waiting for him, there's someone who asked me, "What is RTI?"
Right to
I think one of,
information.
yeah, because people who are not from India, or they're not very familiar all this judicial system, they may not like
See, they
this.
want
What is
to get,
RTI?
if they
Deepti ji,
want
can
to
I
get
answer
some
this,
info.
please?
Yeah, please go ahead.
See, RTI Bachchan ji is nothing but Right to Information Act of India. Okay, RTI was formed because there were a lot of instances in the past when there was no proper information of what exactly was happening with the government. So the government got up RTI as an independent organization again, with no affiliation to the government agencies, or they are not bound to follow any rules or whatsoever. The only thing they have to follow is 30 days. Within 30 days, they have to come up with a response, and then there is a process for it. So RTI is nothing but right to information. The reason I was here today is not because to speak on RTI. The main reason I am here today is because Deepti ji just gave a statement about AWN news. Now, what I wanted to tell on this platform over here is, when Deepti ji speaks, certain times she misses out certain things which can come back to her. What exactly happens is, news media channels, whatsoever it is, if you have followed their trade, AWN News or be some other people, I don't want to name the people, those who are trying to defame a movement, what they particularly do is they just go and attack a person, telling that the person doesn't have time or the person doesn't feel good, and they have given us the authority to collect payments for us. This did not mean to you. This did not mean to Warren Kapoor. This did not mean to Meenaji. This did not mean to anyone. But at the end of the day, see, I can be sure about Meenaji, yourself, and Warren Kapoor ji, because you have given her a platform every now and then. But the new platforms which come in, the condition what exactly Deepti is in right now, RTA came. I won't exactly say negative, but RTA came as a big question mark. So now anyone who approaches her, she cannot do any background check or anything. She just has to say yes and she has to go. But that doesn't mean tomorrow if someone comes on her name and asks money, I'm not sure. She told me the same thing as well. I'm not in this for money. I'm not in this for fame. I'm not in this for name. I'm just in this only for one reason, that is truth. I want the truth to come out. And please note the point, we started fighting on 27th of November 2018. From 27th of November 2018 till 10th of May 2019. We didn't even approach anyone, we didn't even do anything. Till August 2020, in fact. We had no movements, no interest, anything. But later, when we found out that these things are linked, and a very interesting point also came up, like what could be the connection between Sushant and Sridevi? There is no particular connection as such, but what, like, see, I will tell you one very, very interesting incident what happens. You see the newspapers daily morning. You read the newspapers daily morning, right?
Yeah.
So in the newspaper, certain news ends with a question mark. Certain news ends with according to sources. These questions these question mark and sources, no, these question mark and sources are the biggest problems which anyone is facing today, because news agencies have these two as their weapon. One is, with every news they end it with a question mark. Is the person guilty? Not a full stop. The day these newspapers and news channels start giving full stops, right, that is when the country or that particular civilization will improve. Because at the end of the day, freedom of the press act is for speaking the truth, not for raising question marks and sources.
Hmm.
Right, Deepti ji?
Yeah. I mean, nowadays everything is twisted. I mean, meaning of nationalism, meaning of freedom of in the garb of freedom of expression. A lot of drama is happening in the social media as well. So let us not go into that. It's a vast
And
subject and
Bachinji,
all.
let us do something very funny here today. Last
Tell
time
me.
when we came up with Peter Mukherjee's thing, Peter Mukherjee instantly got bail. I'll give something to connect dots for people today. JNU, I'm sorry, that what is that? Jai Shul Hind.
Jai
People
Shul
got a
Hind. Jai Shul
telegram
Hind.
message stating that Jai Shul Hind has claimed the attack on Mukesh Ambani. And instantly, once this message came, exactly within 20 hours, Jaishulin comes back and says it has not claimed any attack. Now, Telegram has a channel, stores data for over 24 hours. So, is the police like not interested to find out what exactly happened and who sent that message? If they find out who sent that message, the thing would be clear.
But then what happens here is that we find one dead body who is supposed to be the owner of the vehicle, which
Of the
previously they denied. Which
yeah.
previously they denied to know because the chassis number was destroyed or something. Though it
Yeah,
had
initially when the
the
report came out in the media of that Scorpio vehicle, they said there was no chassis number at all. Then how could they find out who on earth was the owner of the vehicle? When a
Correct.
chassis number is destroyed, there is no document that can find out who the owner of the vehicle is. Right? Let me talk in the language of the police. They said they had around 20 number plates inside. They said there was no chassis number. They said the vehicles. They said it is an abandoned Scorpio vehicle. They saw a person sitting in an Innova and going. So what happened to the person who's sitting in the Innova and going? I'm not telling our
Hmm.
police system is bad. I'm not telling
Correct.
our CBI is bad. I'm not telling our NIA is bad or our NCB is bad. The only reason what I want to know over here is, see, we tried to get the information through RTI as well. They said they deny to answer. Now, when we people of any country runs because we pay our taxes. So our job is only to pay taxes, only to give votes and then sit quiet. Is it?
In fact, that particular the wife of the person who died claims that my husband is not someone who commits suicide. Right, that news came out too.
Also, she
That
said
is.
like he's been missing for a long time.
Yeah.
No, ma'am. See, simple question what I would like to ask here on your platform today is, as a
Okay.
citizen of India, is my duty only to pay taxes so that terrorists are kept inside jails for months together, when everyone for sure knows that either he is a sleeper cell or he is someone who will not open his mouth unless and until he has a different motive for what message he has to pass to his people? Or is it something like I pay my taxes for MLAs and MPs to roam in luxury vehicles, etc., etc.? Even to date, in an MP canteen, the charge of one rice plate meal in India is 12 rupees. They show me one restaurant in India where you could get a one rice plate for 12 rupees. I'm not
And they
blaming Modi. I'm not blaming Modi government or anyone for this. Modi government came 4 years back. This has happened since the start of the constitution. This has happened since 1947. Why this special privilege to people at the end of the day whom we elect because we don't have time to look into this? Isn't not it their duty to look into these things?
correct.
and one more thing, one simple question I'm asking. See, when an ex-Chief Justice of India, Ranjan Gogoi, Sri Ranjan Gogoi ji, states publicly that he will never approach Indian judiciary if he has a problem. It's a joke if he's using such kind. I mean, it's very shameful for the Indian judiciary. Actually, recently he claimed in the media, right?
Yes.
Why he's claiming? I mean, a case as transparent and as clear as Nirbhaya. It takes 7 years where there is no question of doubt about the culprits. What kind of legal systems are these? We are not voting for this. We are not paying taxes for this. We want better, fair, transparent systems, which is just and equal to all. We demand it.
Okay, one more thing, Deepti ji. I'll just quickly finish this and just leave the show because I'm getting calls. So, Bachant ma'am, one very important thing what I again want to raise people over raise a question over here is recently in the month of February, an High Court lawyer was arrested for sending a birthday email to the judge of the High Court. Now, Deepti has shared this mail tagging the Supreme Court, marking the Supreme Court, keeping what is the President of India in the CC, the Indian Army in the CC, and the NALSA in the CC, and also mentioning names loud and clear. She did not beat around the bush. She mentioned names. Sri Ajit Doyal ji gave me his lawyer. COAS Bipin Rawat ji was helping me out with things. Sanjay Kothari ji, someone just made fun. Sanjay Kothari, President Secretary, is in Deepti's dreams. Ask them to go back and check on Google. Sanjay Kothari ji and a lot of people were appointed as President Secretaries in 2018, 2019. And Sanjay Kothari ji is a very smart fellow. I respect him from the bottom of my heart. If I get a chance to meet him once more, I would like to salute him because he is the youngest IAS officer who has done really good for this country. God alone knows why do people just want to put people down. Now, my simple question to you, Bachinji, and the other gentle lady who's on the stream, I cannot see her
Mitra.
name, Mitra ji, I believe.
Yes.
So my question to the both of you is, if a High Court lawyer got arrested just for sending a birthday mail, why is Deepti ji roaming free till now for taking names?
Exactly.
Which I started in
Exactly.
2019, May
Yes.
2019.
Yes. Like as I said, she has something in her hand, so they can't do anything to her. She has some
मैम
proofs in her
हिंदी
hand.
में कहावत होती है, हिंदी में कहावत है, बहुत अच्छी कहावत है, जादूगर की जान जो है ना हमेशा तोते में फंसी होती है. शायद दीप्ति जी को तोता मिला होगा, पूछ लो आप, मुझे भी नहीं बताती कभी कभी.
Gee, that I'm happy that you're like you're supporting her this much. Everyone will support her. Everyone will be behind with in your team. Actually, it takes a lot of guts to do this work, and it's not easy to send a mail to all of these big people. Mentioning the name.
I
If the
will
truth is not with her, she would have not done this.
100%. I
You
would end this. I would end my talk today, or I would rather say I would end my. Most of the people would have thought that he is speaking bakwas. I'd end my bakwas today with one simple thing. If a Maruti 800 engine is fit in a Scorpio, the Scorpio won't run. Deepti ji is the engine of this mission. If the engine is right, she'll get enough number. If the person has the right intention, right, he will get anything and everything. Because in Bhagavad Gita, it is written, which was misused in Om Shanti Om, it is clearly written that अगर तुम में कुछ करने का जज्बा है तो मैं कण कण में रहता हूँ, वो उनमें से कोई एक कण आके आपको मिल जाएगा, क्योंकि मेरे इच्छा के बिना परिंदा पर नहीं मार सकता है, घास भी आपको कुछ डैमेज नहीं कर सकता. इवन if I want to do it, I can make sure a blade of grass can kill you, but if I want to save you, I can make sure that even if you fall from the biggest mountain, I'll come for you. Instance is Prahlad, where he fell from the biggest mountain, still he was saved. The second instance is Parikshit. Ashwatthama used the blade of grass to kill him. Brahmashir Astra is nothing but a blade of grass to kill him, but Lord saved them both the times. But now Hiranyakashipu was given the boon of immortality, that he will not be killed anytime. Or Holika was given the boon, fire cannot do anything to her. She got burnt. So the right person leading the justice movement is
okay? Can't hear him. Went off. Yes. Dhruv,
Thank you, ma'am.
continue, Dhruv.
No, that's it. See, as I told, Holika was given a boon that fire cannot do any damage to her, but still she was burnt in the fire. Deepti ji had that in her. So basically, if not me, if not us, someone else would have 100% come in support of her. Because if there is a very good saying in English, the shit you do in a river doesn't stay down.
Yeah.
Hello.
Dhruv, yes, Dhruv. I can see
Yes,
a
ma'am.
lot of
That's it. Thank you
yeah.
so much for your time
Thank you.
because I'm actually outside. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Dipti ji, you are a rock star. Continue your good work. We will try and support you as much as we can. And I'm signing off.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Dhruv.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Dhruv. Thank you, Dhruv. So yeah, Deepti, tell me a little bit
I
about Dhruv because this
was
is the first time he
inspired.
appeared on my platform.
Oh no, he is one of my legal team members actually. So,
Okay, okay.
yes, and
Ex-
because the case is in the ICJ and all, there are certain rules and procedures that we have to follow. Even
Yes.
me coming out because I filed a lien of reciprocation in ICJ as well, which is equivalent to the act of desperation which I filed in Supreme Court of India, which offered me protection from not getting booked for contempt for sharing sensitive court documents. Okay, so same thing I filed in ICJ as well because my first presentation was supposed to happen in the month of October, but because of some counters coming, which later have been rendered null and void but they have been delaying things. Okay, so a lot of I mean foul play is happening in ICJ as well. But then, as I said, the solicitor's desk is with us. It's not Deepti Rani versus some, India, judicial systems of India, or Deepti Rani versus Boni Kapoor, or Deepti Rani versus Syndicate. It's not that. It's a solicitor's desk headed by Dr. Burgess Johnson versus state, versus the judicial systems of our country. With Sridevi ji's case being being the stand-in example. I am just the
Yes.
representative. Okay. And solicitor, they accepted to take the case after making their own investigations under the supervision of Sergeant Mark Livingston, who is the security chief of ICJ panel of judges. Okay, they sent two teams, one to Mumbai, one to Dubai. Mumbai to check the joint accounts of Boni Kapoor and Sridevi, because in the confession statements that we had submitted, it's mentioned that some money transfer took place between that. And one team was sent to Dubai to check the documents that we have and other proofs that we have submitted. So both teams came back within 15 days. They were given 15 days time. Both teams came back 15 days and responded that this is not a dummy case, it is genuine. That's when the solicitors decided to take this case. But again, in ICJ as well, there's a panel of judges. Some oppose it, some favor it. It's a jury, So, hindrances are coming, interferences are happening as well. Sometimes the judge gets transferred on a Sunday, okay, because he has turned 63. So, people who are in favor, things are happening, but we are very hopeful because of the way things. I am not able to disclose everything with the case because I am expecting my presentation soon. I don't want to create any grounds for they coming back and saying that she again told this. Why did she tell this? Again, they will try to postpone it. So let me just not talk more about it.
Yeah. But like what Dhruv said, I mean, this whole case can be delayed. It's the delay that is actually causing a lot of frustration. But I strongly believe that the truth cannot be denied. You
See,
know.
delay was okay with those people as long as I didn't come on the social media. Even after I came on the social media and started sharing things, they didn't have any problem till till my case was not getting hearings in the Supreme Court of India. Delays were not a problem. Delays were okay with them as long as the case was not in the ICJ. But now they have to take action because I am
Mm.
everywhere. I am just shouting.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
so,
yeah.
see, how long, still since 8 months, they have been silent. So people are started asking questions, right? So they have
Yes.
to respond. They have to act now. How they will act now, I have great faith on our Prime Minister. I hope he ensures that uh, as soon as this matter comes to his notice, I don't know if he has been misled or if he is not aware of the confession statements or of the reason why Sri Deviji was killed, trying to save him, trying to expose an attempt on him. Okay. So it's because I have faith in our system that I'm coming out and saying these things openly. Though I'm saying that I have evidences, that's the reason I am telling all this openly. But if I didn't have even a little bit of faith in the system, then why will they care for even documents,
Exactly. Correct.
right? So there is a little bit of faith because Modi ji is our leader, and everyone looks up to him. And with the happenings in the ICJ as well, because it's not now me, there are other people who are fighting for it. Okay, so and they have been fighting. So let me not go ahead and say more about it. I will come back and give more updates as and when it is appropriate. Okay.
Yeah, I think you saw the question by Lone Travel, right? Something regarding
One
the
question:
ICJ.
if Queen herself is interfering, then don't you think ICJ will be manipulated and justice will not happen? Currently, can she manipulate everything? Was the Queen motive? Was the Queen motive? This is something only she can answer. I can't say that. So interferences, yeah, there, as I told, not only from the Queen but also from highest levels, from US as well, from other quarters as well. So see, there's this thing called hope, right?
Yes,
If everything they would have been able to control, then the case wouldn't have been opened in the Supreme Court of India in the first place. I would still
exactly.
be doing the rounds.
Yes.
Okay, the case wouldn't have been accepted by the ICJ at all if everything was controlled by them. There are still people, though there are at a more advantageous and more this position, but there are people.
And there are
So
also people interfering and trying to stop the hearing. Trying to stop the case to proceed to the to the court. Majority, I guess, minority, as what you say, they probably are helping in. That's why even got into the court in the first place. But Deepti, that's I need to ask this question because I need to touch on this a bit. Because I feel whatever happened to Devi, whatever happened to Sushant, somehow or other it is linked. Recently, NCB have filed the charge sheet, and is this moving towards a positive direction in your
yes,
opinion?
it is NCP and income tax raid on two people. Okay, Tapsi Pannu and Anurag. These are positive developments and actually a step in the right direction, I would say. A
Okay.
little step, a small step, but it is a positive step.
Okay.
But things can and things should move faster than this.
Hmm.
If after 8 months, July, right? July,
Yes.
August, September, October. After 8 months, NCB, that is Narcotics Bureau of
Hmm.
Drugs, right? Narcotics Control Bureau. So it is filing charge sheet. Charge sheet, but what about murder?
Exactly. I know. I hope
What
that
about
comes.
murder?
Yes.
See,
Correct.
that is the main thing. Okay, these are all positive things. I won't say this is something that has really good happened in the interest of the truth and in the interest of cleaning the Bollywood and all. But then again, let us always keep the main thing in focus. That is, we need to know the truth about Sushant's murder as well. It's been 8 months. There's nothing about it.
Correct. But there's one part of filing of the charge sheet is his girlfriend have been instructing the housemaid to feed him certain substances. Isn't that an abetment?
Isn't it?
Sorry, it's not abetment. Isn't it something where you're pushing an attempt to push Sushant to become something else where he will take off his own life, something like that? Is that an attempt or in somehow or other it is
He
linking, right?
he didn't take his own life. He didn't commit suicide.
Yes, he didn't. But
It was
the
not
initial,
suicide.
yeah, it is
It's
not. I
not
know
suicide.
what
Yeah.
I'm trying to say that the girlfriend attempting to do this to him. What is the motive behind it?
See, because again, I will try to connect the similarities between Srideviji's case and Sushant's case. And Srideviji's case as well, she died in 2018 February, right? So in 2017 and 2000, late 2016 hours, videos started getting circulated in the YouTube. There are many videos, right? Some are on rumors and everything. And these have been made viral. And if my sources and information have to be believed, Boni Kapoor and his IT cell are responsible for it. There is a video wherein in 2017 August, her birthday, Sridevi's birthday. Okay. Media was deliberately called and a video was shown where she was little bit tipsy. And so these are propagandas. And so I don't know. I am yet to know. Okay. I am yet to know. I am yet to go through all that I have come across in Sushant's case. Okay. So the last few months of his life, he was deliberately isolated from the outside world.
Yeah.
Okay. So I cannot talk more about it because whatever it is, I will now just again I will say something again they will come back. So let me just hold till now.
Mitra, probably you have some questions. If yeah,
No,
you're
actually, what I feel is like the Sridevi's case will, the key of Sridevi's case will start from Sushant's, I believe. In
And
case the
Sushant's
Sushant's
and
case
one more
will
thing,
break.
Sushant's case also videos were circulated to show that he was a druggie.
Yeah,
yes.
everything. The
I
PR
saw
team
the
started.
video. Yeah, I think
Okay. So
leaked by the girlfriend. I think.
it's very easy. I mean, you jabardasti lag jao. I mean, I don't know. I mean, deliberately, of course, she's a plant. I mean, and all. So whatever appears till now, okay, that she was planted to, I mean, have control on his movements and everything and all. So I mean, these videos are deliberately shot. I mean, after having, they can be given in any way. When someone is close to you, you can mix something in your drink, or they can just say, "Chalo, let's party. Let's do it." My battery is running out actually as well. Yeah.
Okay.
So once let's see, and also questions are coming. How come she was injected? Didn't she know that she was getting injected?
Oh
See, she
yeah, a
might
lot of
have been.
question on that.
Yeah,
Right.
she might have been getting injected for other reasons because there are beauty treatments. There are beauty treatments, and she might not have been feeling. Or I mean, if some pretext like something might have been given to show fever or stomachache, in that case also a slight case of food poisoning also can give a pretext for to administer injection. So that is anything. I don't know in sure, but if that is the question, then there are n number of ways to inject a person without them getting doubtful,
Yeah.
especially by close people.
Correct.
Yes. Actually, I have a question also. Like, I don't know whether you can able to answer for the question. It's about like Sridevi's daughter got a huge amount, and she invested in some house. Uh, and for us, like everything is a doubt. When we come to Sridevi's case, everything we link together. And within, yeah, I don't know, like how much she is not given a great hit so far, and she is not acting in any movies. But I don't know how much. I mean, how come she invested so much of money for buying such a?
See, we can never see if it has made news. Firstly,
Hmm,
if they didn't want to make it news,
hmm,
that wouldn't have come in the news. You would have silently bought it. Like they have so many properties which they don't declare.
okay.
They have deliberately made it. They have allowed it to be made into terrorist. So that means I don't know for whatever reason they did it because they have a legitimate way to show it. Being Sridevi's daughter, some properties of hers might have gotten transferred to her. Are you so they might have legal ways of showing it. I mean, they are not fools to let when something such big thing happening in the Supreme Court of India since the last 2 years now, the case shifting to ICJ, it is not getting a coverage. But this thing gets a coverage. That means it has been let out deliberately,
Okay.
right? To say, I mean, to again spread different narratives like she bought it from the insurance money, whereas I have been saying that insurance money has not yet been paid. So to create confusions in the people's mind. Otherwise, if she had to buy a flight, she would have done it silently. If she had bought it from sources which she couldn't be accountable for, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. What
So
did you?
I didn't. Yeah. So I
Makes
didn't
sense.
concentrate much on that. Yeah.
Actually, what you just said makes sense. If they do not want you to know, they will not say it. They will not
Yes.
openly declare it, you know. So when it's declared openly, probably there could be some reason behind it.
Yeah. Sure.
Hmm. Yeah. So Deepti, is your battery going off already? So probably we can actually, if it's going to go out, then probably we can do a summary and then end it off.
So do we have more time? I mean, like, was it supposed
Yeah,
to go
yeah.
for?
No, if we're okay to carry on, we probably can carry on for another maybe 15 minutes, 10, 15
Okay,
minutes.
yeah, 10 minutes. I'm
It's
fine.
fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, the other question I wanted to ask is actually Sushant's family lawyer who's recently been promoted. So actually, we were very happy because he was one person who actually have been voicing out for Sushant. In fact, he said that Sudhir Gupta was not telling the truth when he actually said in the beginning it's strangulation and later it is not strangulation, it's a suicide. So someone has stand up for him, and he have become the president of the bar association, I think charter bar. I can't get the word correctly, but
Yeah,
with this
Bar Association,
promotion,
President of Bar Association of India, right? In the Supreme
yes,
Court.
right,
Yeah.
correct.
Mhm.
Will he be still representing as Sushant's family lawyer with this new
So
promotion?
I didn't follow that actually. I mean, ideally, I mean, promotion should have nothing with the cases which an advocate has at hand. A promotion or something can't suddenly, uh, be a ground for a lawyer to leave a case or something. Okay. So I'm not sure. The advocate Vikas Singh is the best person to answer this question. But with his elevation and promotion, actually, things should be happening sooner, and more news should be coming out on the case front.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think he's the best person to answer this. And if still nothing is happening, then
Yeah. In fact, the reason why I asked this question because there have been quite a bit of troll in Twitter after his promotion. Though some of us believe that it's for the good because since he's promoted, a lot of the Sushant case will suffice. Will come up and then he will get justice. But there are some people feel that what's the reason behind this promotion? That's why I actually asked you. And hopes for the good. Hopes is for the good because
hope
we
so.
are looking up. Yeah.
Anything can be because I'm not sure about it.
Yeah.
Whatever the other people are saying, that can be true as well. See, ultimately, time will say. Hardly another 1 month or so. If you're not even seeing anything happening, in spite of this promotion, if you're not even seeing the pace getting faster, and so
Yeah.
the
Because now
actions,
that
the actions, yeah, the actions and the developments in the case should speak for themselves,
yes.
rather than me telling or you telling or anyone assuming things. It will be good for the developments of the case in the coming few weeks or coming month to decide actually whether it was a good positive development or whatever.
But as a general public, I feel with this promotion, the case should
Yes,
speed up. You know.
it should
Yeah.
speed up. There should be more developments actually frequently. So let's see
Yes.
how it
But
goes.
yeah. Okay. So I not fraud. I feel you are being victimized here for all the effort that you're putting in. I do not know about those people are coming and trolling you, but you're a brave woman out there. In fact, please go. Be safe, of course, but please carry on fighting for Devi. Do not feel sad that there's some little bit of people out there actually they are pinching you. Just ignore them because you have a bigger group who's supporting you very very strongly. Like what Drew said, a lot of things are very very obvious, like, for example, when people say, oh, your documents are fake or whatever you're doing are fake, you are actually, big names are being mentioned. Nobody will come up and mention the big names without any proof in their hand. So, these are common sense. People out there should know. And
So
you're not like
fine,
those.
I'm mentioning as well, but I have mentioned it when May 2019. They have big names to defend. They are big people, prestigious people, not ordinary people. That so when nothing was, it's not. And as I'm saying, it's not as if the mail went unread. I received responses from two people. So when people should, okay, let's say anyone will keep saying anything, but these responses which I got and when I shared and all, maybe they might try and file a defamation case if I keep saying why not filing. But the question here is that why not then?
Yeah.
If something
Correct.
they are coming with some response trying to call it, so why no action was taken till since then? Why now? Is it because some egos have been hurt? Or is the image of some persons, or is the image of you know a country more than the welfare of the country?
Hmm.
Image of the country should be compatible with the welfare of the country. It should not be like, I mean, an image is there, but inside India, I mean, people are dying mysterious death. No case ever gets solved. No case ever gets a closure. सालों साल, be it cases involving, I mean, high level people, high level politicians, and everyone. Be it cases involving common people like Nirbhaya, and at least Nirbhaya's case, it got closed. But 7 years for a case as crystal clear as Nirbhaya.
Yeah. And Sunanda Pushkar case also, I mean,
So
we
Nanda
don't know what happened.
Pushkar case is going nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah. Correct.
Ultimately, the case, I mean, who is answerable to this, all these questions? Someone has to be accountable to the citizens, right? What is happening? Why? Why? I mean, if you want to do things, you can do things. Let's say that there are many cases pending in the judicial system. It's being burdened and all. Okay, if you let it go on that way without trying to bring any refers, it will continue this way only. So you mean to say that the criminals will commit crime, and they will do it fearlessly because they have this backing that they can play with the legal system for years? Is this not some kind of encouragement for the criminals? Are these delays not some kind of boost and encouragement for criminals? If this is the situation, how can crimes come down? How can crime rate come down? How can we ensure a peaceful and a harmonious society?
In fact, when you mention this, the pattern of the crime have been, same, because they know if I follow this pattern, I will not get caught. So if you realize, if you look at Sri Devi's pattern, if you look at Sushan pattern, somehow or other they are actually similar.
Actually,
So
there people
even
are
Vijay
taking a
Chitra,
reference. Yes, you're right,
yeah, yeah,
Bachanji. People are taking as a
yeah,
reference to do the next crime. That happened in South now.
yeah,
Yes.
correct.
So earlier it was, you were saying, take Hindi films. Now it is spreading. As I said, it is not just limited to one industry. Film industry is getting highlighted because the stars are always in the limelight, right? But there are
Yeah.
many such mysterious deaths happening in other fields as well. अभी आवाज नहीं उठाएंगे हम लोग अगर, if we do not stand united against this evil practice that has been happening. Because in today's times, let me tell you, the crime with, because kabhi bhi never it gets punished, it never gets punished, no case ever gets closed. I mean, verdicts are coming after 28 years after the accused is dead, or after the patient. I mean, if this is again, and you don't even do some things to bring change to it, okay. So see, there are things that you can do. Past cases till certain date, let a different set of judges handle it. But whichever cases are being filed now, give a time frame of 6 months. It has to be completed within 6 months. That can actually, because if you again start 70 saal pehle se and all, it will just keep piling up.
Yeah.
If you are not solving any cases even now, it will just keep piling up, right? And in the, I mean, what it is it doing in the intern? It is encouraging the criminals to commit crime because they are assured, oh, even if some allegation is raised, it will take years and years. We can play with the law for the years and years.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah, by the time they would have enjoyed everything in the life.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It's like justice delayed is justice being
justice
denied.
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 Justice
Yeah.
delayed is justice being denied, and also let me tell you that injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We have been, I mean, Syria में war crimes होते आए हैं, the scenes and some news clippings which came out, it is worse. It is worse. We were okay with that. Okay, some country, some distant land, our country, we are safe. That is our democratic country. We have a voice to raise and everything. So everything is connected. Only 10% of the people control all the wealth in the world. Control about 95% of the wealth in the world. As I keep saying, see, the only way is sustainability, and for this to continue the sustainable life form, we should always accept one truth, that is that this planet has everything. I mean, it has the capacity to meet everyone's needs, but it doesn't have enough for a single person's greed.
Well
And
said.
this greed has, matlab, it has spread its tentacles so wide and large. In every department will find corruption, in every department. I mean, it's not like who are deserving, they are going up in life. It's more like who can close their eyes to what is happening and, you know, be okay with the system, go flow with the system, contribute something to the system, even if it is wrong, without questioning. Only those people are rising up. Others are being bumped off.
What's even worse is the never satisfied. You know, the greed never gets
Never.
satisfied. It's like, yeah.
I don't understand kitna chahiye yaar, bade naams. I mean, big names are there in the syndicate. How much you want?
Yeah, exactly. You know.
When how much you have, so much already, even since decades, you people have amassed so much wealth. Let me tell you, any scam in the country, any financial irregularity, मेहुल चोकसी भाग गया, नीरव मोदी भाग गया, माल्या भाग गया, ये सिर्फ एक नाम है जो इन क्राइम्स को दिए जाते हैं. इनमें सबको बहुत लोगों को कट मिल गया है. If these people were in India, a lot of names would have come out.
Yeah.
So they are outside.
It's
When
about
we
not
enter, they
only
are
about
outside.
the wealth, Deepti ji, it's about next level. They're going to the beyond level, you know, the other criminal activities, they're just going. It's not only they have enough money. They are happy with that. Then they're going for the next level now. They're
Yeah,
already
but
वही
gone.
what
you're
कितना
not
मतलब क्या
satisfied. That's the
चाहिए?
thing. Mm.
What मतलब तो फिर if you are never satisfied, that means you are poorer. You are always poor. You're always in
Always
want
not
of something.
happy. It's not only
Yeah.
poor,
So
always not happy
so
because
let us
never satisfied.
change the different. Yeah, you are not rich. Actually, the common person is rich because he is easily happy with what he has. A shelter
Right.
on head, friends and family, good health, and common man is happy. So we
Yeah.
are rich, in fact, and these people are very poor. They are always in want of something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Always running after something.
Running after something. And see, every person has the same capacity. Let me tell you. Okay, I'm not talking about people born with irregularities or something. That is something which I don't understand, why such injustice and all. But every person has the same capacity. The only thing that matters is his interest and willpower. The difference lies between a successful person and someone, because everyone has the same 24 hours. Even a rickshaw puller has 24 hours, even Ambani and Ratan Tata ji have 24 hours. But it's what you do with that 24 hours, within that 24 hours, how you manage that, is what makes you or breaks you. If someone is very ambitious enough, this world has always given them. I mean, aren't there honest people? Ratan Tata ji, a very big example. He's not a billionaire, he's an industrialist. Let me tell you, I mean, I salute that man. I mean, India owes a lot to him. As far as I know, if he was to submit a bill for all the services that he is giving petrochemicals for the defense for free, and some other things. No one knows this. He doesn't advertise this. If he has to submit for his bill for all the services that he has given, it will probably run into lakhs of crores. Okay, so there are people. I mean, if you are ambitious, if you have the capacity, everyone has the capacity, but if you have the interest to reach to that level where you can, ultimately it all depends on your interest and your need to do that. Ratanji
Correct.
had the need to serve the nation,
Yes. For
so
him, that
he
is
got.
wealth. You know, for him, that is
So
wealth.
so it's not that only the people who are, doing financial frauds and gaining money through illegal means and money laundering, and only they are prospering. It's not that. But that is increasing now. That is increasing now, and it is creating troubles for other honest business people to survive.
Actually, what you said is right. For some, wealth is money, so they're always running after the money, and they'll do anything and everything to get the money. Because the greed is never satisfied. For some, like for some, wealth is actually equal to helping others and seeing happiness in
Yes, it's a
others.
means to, yeah, it's a means to. So,
Yeah.
and actually the leaders of a country, whoever leads the nation, I would consider Bhutan a more successful nation than any US or any superpower. I would, in fact, rate Bhutan as one of the most successful nations, because here the definition of success has been set as, climbing up the ladders of a profession, or earning name, fame, money. This is the definition of success forever, right? But in all this, where is happiness?
Yes, exactly.
You are running continuously after something from morning to night. You have no time for your people, for your own family members. You don't have time. For whom are you running? And if you are not running, you are left behind. This is because the system has been made to run this way. People should not have time to think. The only thinking and what that has to be done to the people who are at the top. These people are our market. These people are our workforce. They should not question. So everything, this attitude reflects in everything from education to your medical hospital, this thing. These are the two worst things, the biggest victims of, privatization and all. Education and health, which should be, the right of the citizen. It should be, free services. It has become a major business in India. And if a person like someone like, even if some politician tries some reforms like our Jagan Mohan Reddy, Chief Minister of Telangana. Telangana, I think YSR.
Yeah,
Jagan
Telangana.
Mohan Reddy is of Andhra Pradesh, I think. Jagan Mohan Reddy is of Andhra Pradesh or Telangana, whatever. So what he did was he made English compulsory in government schools. Okay. He raised the standard of the government schools. But then what happened? He faced a lot of opposition from lobbyists of private schools, because the private schools and private colleges, especially in the south, in Andhra Pradesh, they are run by big corporates, big businessmen who have lots of business. So he faced a lot of, anti-propaganda, false cases. I don't know about false cases or something, but he has been harassed. And similarly, Ranjan Gogoi sir was, when he was taking some tough decisions, when he was the Chief Justice of India, again, we see him getting mellow after accusations of. So there are different ways of, controlling people. This syndicate has different ways of controlling. You either honey trap them, make their videos and keep them blackmailing, or if you trap them in some illegal deal, they play a lot of mind games as well. They will try to find the person's weakness. If they are targeting someone, they will try to find the person's weakness, play on the weakness. And all this is common for them. We don't even think. For us, just looking after our family, our people, it's a major challenge. Right?
Yes.
But here also games happen as well. So, we should not be closing our eyes to all this anymore. But it's lot has happened. No. You have the money, you have whatever and everything, but no injustice. We are happy with what we have, but no injustice. This cannot be a sustainable way of going ahead. This simply cannot be a sustainable way of going ahead. There is other way which people like Ratan Tata and other noble souls. We have Abdul Kalam ji. We had Abdul Kalam ji. We have other people also as well.
Yeah.
It's not that only, I mean, people are they are rising in fame and name. People who have gotten ill wealth and have risen in name and fame, they are not respected that much.
Actually, they
Though
are
they
risen
will
for
have
the
the media,
right reason. They have risen their name
yeah.
for the
Though
right
they
reason.
will gain that respect through media propaganda and all that, because media is in their hands. But genuine people always will have that kind of respect. So what I'm saying is that in today's times where crime rate has risen so high, it's not just enough for people to remain good. It's not just enough for people to remain good. They have to take a non-tolerant attitude towards any kind of injustice or evil.
Yeah. This is what Krishna said in Mahabharatam in his advice to Arjunan. It's not just
Uh,
about being good; it's about
yeah.
helping the rest and making them good.
Yeah, I mean, see, if you are you are indirectly being a part of, encouraging or allowing the crime to grow if you are remaining a mute spectator. And because so many people were mute spectators in so many decades, this crime rate has risen to so high levels now. When nothing else solved, crimes are happening, mysterious deaths are happening, money is getting embezzled. So lots of crimes are happening. So we don't know when it will catch up with us. We can't even say that it's somewhere distant or something. We don't even know the truth about coronavirus. It disrupted economics across the world. Okay.
Yeah.
So there are many questions. If we have to discuss or debate on coronavirus, that will be one another storming session. So that let us not discuss on that. Okay. Now the thing is that the crime rate has risen to such levels, the selfish motives and everything, and it has superseded everything, that it has come into our homes now. If still you think that you are okay with something wrong happening distance, then let us be sure that it will not be too long before it stares us right in our face as well.
Yeah, correct. If we're going to close eyes and not do anything, the
Yeah.
crime going to knock our door. Mm.
So, Bachant, I think my battery is going to.
Yeah.
It's just
Okay, we will.
2%. Yeah.
Yeah, fine. Okay. So
So,
Mitra, do you want to say anything before she leaves? Yeah.
Yeah, I just want you to be very strong. We are all there for
yes,
you.
sure.
Don't
Sure.
worry, ma'am. Don't worry. And actually, even with the SSRians, we had a little bit of, we also struggled. We were upset with why there's no good news coming for SR, for his justice. But at last, we are getting some good news for him. The same way for Sridevi ji also, we will get a good news for her, and something will break for her also. So your effort will not go in vain. Don't worry about that. And
Yes.
about the people who are
See,
like trolling, just don't worry about them.
one thing. Sushant's case, you people didn't let go for 8 continuous months. Continuously.
Yes,
You didn't. That's the reason you are seeing a little bit of positive development now.
yes,
If you
I
had
agree.
stayed silent, then I don't think it would have come
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
It has
Exactly.
been
That's what,
traced
like,
like that.
yeah,
There's
Yeah.
two, as I said previously, like Mitra, we were discussing. There's two people who actually fought for Sushant, which is the family and the fans. Nobody else, not even his friends.
yeah.
You know.
Before we didn't know about
See,
this job.
his friends, Sushant had a good set of friends who are no more.
Yeah,
Mm.
agree.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he too had good set of friends who are no more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hope everything will come out soon.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So, yeah.
We
yeah,
should
that's
not
what,
hope.
like,
We should demand. We should demand. We
we
should
should
not hope.
demand. As you said,
We should
like, we
demand.
will demand, we should demand, and we are all with you, and you are
And
getting a good.
no narratives like we can't give the information even after 8 months. It will impend and all. Give us a time frame. Okay, six
Yeah.
months is given for someone for the CBI to charge if to file a charge sheet. I think it's 90 days. But if it's, I'm not sure. But see, there has to be time frame. There has to be an accountability. Here in the legal system, here the cases are going on and on. And one Dalbir Singh, he got caught as having helped in Pulwama attack. What happened to that? He has been caught. What is the progress on that? And everything comes on news. Nothing gets closure. Ultimately, everyone keeps forgetting.
Yeah. This is it. But yeah.
Okay, so I mean, like, this is a fight against this kind of system. I mean, I shouted for Devi, but she showed me the mirror of the society.
Yeah.
Yeah. Correct.
And some people are lucky, born lucky. So I consider myself lucky, because if people like Sridevi and Sushant Singh were bumped off before they could put anything on the public domain, though Sushant Singh Rajput, he's a genius with coding and all. He's such a, I mean, he's so good with the way his hard drive and hard disk and editors. I mean, I have come across things. He has a very, he's genius actually.
If you have lived through, you have been somebody, and that life will be taken away at the age of 30 plus.
No, he
and
would, I mean, see, he had one patent. I mean, that was so, I mean, I don't know. He was not just limited to one field. He was good in coding. He was good in, he had the patent wherein an entire outdoor shoot schedule can run on solar powered trolleys. Okay, so initial movement of the trolleys will generate this thing, and the entire. See, I being a filmmaker, I have produced one movie. Someone asked me the name of that Odia movie, that is Champion, in 2019. Okay, so I mean, we know that the actual cost is on the shooting locations. So in order to reduce the cost of the producer, he had come up with this patented project of. I mean, he has so much patents on his name, and so they are all for the welfare and to reduce the costs actually.
Yeah.
And here I want to tell you another truth. Okay, whatever invention that comes out as or is allowed to come out in the news being touted as the next big revolution, next big thing, is only that invention which can bring in moolah, which can rake in profits. Okay, this is also one thing. Otherwise, one more thing, there is gold mafia, there is oil mafia. There have been reports about people coming with patents of an engine which can run on water, and then we have reports of that person dying in car accident. Okay, so there are reports of Chinese trying to come and buy the technology, and if you don't sell them the technology, that person is not seen of. Okay, there are things that are happening. So, and there are many scientific inventions which are never made to see the light of the day because they don't get huge profits. They will not bring anyone huge profits, so they will never see the light of the day. One big example here is Tesla. I believe that he is one of the brightest scientists that the mankind has ever seen, but he has never been, taught about in school books or anywhere. He is not promoted because he always worked or researched for the welfare of humanity. All his projects, okay, were not something which would bring profits, but if his model had been followed now, I mean, the world would have free energy for everyone for the next 20 years. He had created that kind of model. But these kind of things never come out. And nowadays, the people who work for the good, I think ISRO scientists dying mysteriously as well. I don't know what is the reason behind that. So we cannot stay mum on all this anymore. Okay. Just give me a second, please.
Yeah.
I got emotional when she was actually talking about Sushant, how smart he
Exactly.
is. Yeah.
He is genius. He's real genius and is brilliant.
Yeah.
I feel like he's the only superstar in Bollywood. I feel really from my bottom of my heart.
Yeah.
Okay, Bachanji, I have to actually go now.
Okay, can
Okay.
Deepti, thank you
So,
so much for coming on this platform.
Thank
And
you
I
so
want
much,
to tell,
Mitraji. Thank you.
okay,
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
thank you so much, and keep fighting. We are behind you. Don't worry.
Sure, I will.
Yes.
Yeah.
Be strong. Don't worry. We are there for you.
Okay,
Bye.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Bye. Thank you
Good
so
night.
much for having me. Bye.
Okay, மித்ரா, நாங்க பேசி கன்க்ளூட் பண்ணிடுவோம். பட் அவங்க கடைசி நேரத்துல கொஞ்சம் சுஷாந்தோட பத்தி பேசுனா எனக்கு கொஞ்சம் இமோஷனல் ஆயிடுச்சு. ஸ்டார்ட் ஃபீலிங் ஃபார் ஹிம் பிகாஸ் such a brilliant boy.
Actually,
அவங்க
ஒரு மாதிரி பயங்கர எமோஷன் ஆயிடுச்சு சுஷாந்த் பத்தி பேசும்போது. ஒரு மாதிரி ஹார்ட் எல்லாம் ரொம்ப வெயிட் ஆயிடுச்சு அவங்க சொல்லும்போது. இவ்வளவு அவங்க சொன்னது இன்னும் நிறைய விஷயம் நமக்கு தெரியாம இருந்தது பாத்தீங்களா?
அதான்
She shared few information like really it's like I think nobody knows also.
Yeah, exactly.
We heard about that. Yeah.
அவங்க ஒரு கட்டத்துல அந்த wealth பத்தி பேசினாங்க, ரைட்? she said that some people அது ரெண்டு மாதிரி. ஒரு சில பேர் பணம் தான், அவங்களுக்கு பணம் தான், பணம் அழிஞ்சிட்டு இருப்பாங்க. வாழ்க்கை பூரா பணம் தான் அழிஞ்சிட்டு இருப்பாங்க. they will never get satisfied. On that aspect,
sorry சொல்லுங்க. Sorry.
சுஷானை பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, for him wealth is not money. For him wealth is actually அவருக்கு ஹாப்பினஸ் என்னன்னா, ஏழை பிள்ளைகளுக்கு வந்து எடுகேஷன் குடுக்கணும். ஏழை பிள்ளைகள நாசா கொண்டு போணும். மத்தவங்களுக்கு உதவணும். ஆனா even for poor people, he was coming a lot of projects like what அவர் வந்து கோவிட் நேரத்துல கோடிங் படிச்சது. இதெல்லாம் this is what makes him very very special and yeah, that's why talking about him makes me very sad. Okay, I think it's like 2 hours on the
Yes,
screen. I need
exactly.
to end it. You want to say something before I end this?
Nothing actually special, but after talking with her, like we got to know many informations, and I think like she will also be a little bit relaxed after coming to stream, because
Yes.
she need this kind of stream and she need this kind of people to give her a platform to take it out everything, because
Yeah.
she's also undergoing a lot of stress. Hopefully we
Yeah.
should pray for her, we should be supporting her, and definitely Sridevi ji will get justice. And thanks Bachchan ji, I think you're the one among நீங்க தான் ரொம்ப, I think few YouTubers are supporting Deepti ji and Sridevi ji's for getting justice for Sridevi ji.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
you're
it's
one
not
among
only
them.
Deepti. I
You're
think
one among them.
anybody who does what she's doing, I think I mean, not only me, even you will be supporting them. நீங்க இந்த
Yeah,
பிளாட்ஃபார்ம் வர
giving her a
தேவையில்லையா? நீங்களும் வந்து
platform is
பேசுறீங்களா?
really great thing. Like, giving her a platform is really great thing. So
Yeah.
that is because like இப்போ வந்து no news channels are talking about Sridevi ji. ஆனா YouTubers மாதிரி உங்க மாதிரி இருக்கிறவங்க தான் வந்து you're supporting her and bringing her, and people now come to know like what's happening, what had happened for her. So அது ஒரு விஷயம் இப்போ உங்க மாதிரி ஆளுங்களால தான் வந்து I mean YouTubers and யாஷிஜி, இப்போ இன்னும் வருண்ஜி இவங்க எல்லாம் கொடுக்குற அந்த ஒரு சான்ஸ்னாலதான் மக்களுக்கு தெரியுது, எஸ்பெஷலி சவுத் பீப்புள். பிகாஸ் நாங்க சவுத்ல வந்து நிறைய பேர் we are like not aware of about what happened to Sridevi ji.
Yes,
After
yes, correct.
after this moment started by you all, then only we are just coming. அதுக்கப்புறம் அது ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கா we are just pulled as a magnet எல்லாம் for this moment. We are also supporting because we want her to get justice, because it's not only for என்ன சொல்றது, it's not only for her, it should not happen in future for anybody.
Yeah.
That's why like I'm here with you G.
Yes, Angeline வந்து yes through மித்ரான்னு சொல்லிட்டாங்க.
Thank you Angeline, thanks a lot, she's always sweet. So
Yeah.
அவ்வளவுதான், வேற எதுவும் இல்ல, like because it's a big stream, like it's been 2 hours, right? We've been talking.
Yeah.
Thank you
so
so much
Mitra.
for inviting me.
Thank you. Yeah,
Bachchan
thank you
ji.
for coming. Okay,
God bless
bye-bye.
you also.
God bless you too. Thank you. Good
Thank
night.
you.
Good night.
Thank you so much. See you all, Makale. Thank you so much for watching us.
Okay, that was like long 2 hours, but Deepti, I mean, whatever அவங்க என்ன விசாரணை பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்கன்னு சொல்லும்போது, I hope she will get success, because சில நேரத்துல put in so much effort, I've been running for like 2 years plus, and you're not getting justice சொல்லும்போது, it's really sad. The recent RTI வந்து நெகட்டிவா வந்திருக்குன்னு சொல்லும்போது, I think she's also too stressed up about, she's been trained up also, so but she's not stopping. அவங்க வந்து தொடர்ந்து சில வேலைகள் செய்ய ஆரம்பிச்சிருக்காங்க, அதுவும் அவங்க சொன்னாங்க. So she's taking the next step towards a fight for SRIDEVI's justice. So all the best for her, and she will get justice. The same goes to Sushant Singh Rajput. Thank you so much for all those who joined me, and we'll meet again in another video. Nandri Vanakkam. Good night. Have a good night. Bye bye. Singapore night, another good night சொல்றேன். Bye bye.